Hey, thanks for joining me. I'm just a fellow who loves beer, and today I'll be drinking my 486th different beer, Asahi Breweries Limited's Asahi Super Dry. Whoa, tons of smoke. So we're getting a wonderful rich gold color, easily about 2.5 fingers of head off of that. I thought it was a rather gentle pour. Lots and lots of carbonation in it. Wow. That is impressive. Check out the coloring on the back. Light through onto the wall. Neat! Okay, they're based in Tokyo, Japan. Off the can, Asahi beer is brewed from quality ingredients. By using our pure cultured yeast and our advanced brewing techniques, Asahi beer has excellent richness, truly refreshing drinkability, and satin smoothness. All year round, you can enjoy the great taste of Asahi beer. Okay, this beer clocks in at 5%. Off their website, speed read commence! With its refreshing barley flavor and crisp aftertaste, Asahi Super Dry is by far the most popular high-quality beer in Japan. Since its debut in 1987 as Japan's first dry beer, it has continued to improve the taste and excitement of beer. Its taste has set a new standard that is acknowledged around the world today. Well, I guess I know how I'm going to rate it then. It continues on 140605. Behind its overwhelming popularity among people regardless of age, as well as among those restaurateurs and professionals who keenly discern good taste, lies the story of the three secrets of Super Dry. Yeast. To make super dry beer, we use a rare yeast, the Asahi yeast strain number 318, which not only yields outstanding fermentation but produces a complex aroma that results in an elegant and sophisticated flavor and ensures Super Dry's pure, crisp, dry taste. Ingredients. The malted barley we use for Super Dry is selected strictly in compliance with more than 100 criteria we have set for this ingredient. We have an established network of grain suppliers around the world who collaborate with us to more than satisfy our standards. While only a small amount of expensive fine hops is generally used for adding aroma to beer, facepalm, we use a lavish amount of them to realize our goal of a clear yet elegant bitterness in Super Dry. Technology. In order to obtain the sophisticated, clear taste of Super Dry, we pay strict attention to every step in the manufacturing process in order to eliminate the unwanted tastes of byproducts. We have perfected the know-how to create the kind of wort, a sweetened liquid made from water and malt that is best suited for optimal fermentation efficiency. In addition, we employ a number of new technologies, including special conveyor systems that don't harm malt, as well as milling machines that do not mash the grain excessively, thereby keeping unwanted flavors and tastes out of the manufacturing process. Another technology we have been perfecting involves preventing the flavor deterioration as far as possible after production. This dream technology helps retain the flavor and good taste of our freshly made beer. We have established this technology without using preservatives, but only by leveraging the natural powers inherent to the ingredients. Our technologies and breweries are advancing day by day through our continuous work of making a good tasting Super Dry. The goal has remained constant since the debut of Super Dry. Okay. So, in the end, what does all of that mean? They've been trying to make a good beer since 1987, and in those 27 years, they have 7 components that they're proud of. 1. Their yeast. They use a specialized strain. Number 2. Malted barley. It has to make it through a crazy, ridiculous, more than 100 criteria checkpoint to be able to be used. Number 3, excessive use of expensive fine hops for aroma. And what do you term excessive? Like, there are some companies that put a whole bunch of hops into their beer. Are you saying you use more than them? Or that other brewers don't put fine hops in for aroma, they only put maybe a little bit, and you guys use like a crazy amount? Or specifically for aroma, what about for taste? Uh, Number 4, wort. They've learned how to make it. Good for you. Number 5, malt gentle conveyor system. It's good that your system doesn't destroy your product. Number 6, milling machines that don't completely mill the grain. Okay. Number 7, dream technology of learning how to make a beer without putting preservatives into it. I'm glad that you guys take pride in what you do. Almost every other brewery takes pride in what they do, too. Anyway, enough prattling on. Let's give it a try. Well, that was different than what I was expecting it to be. What I gathered from it, light, clean grain aroma leads to slightly grassy and leafy hop aroma. The taste brings a cascade of mellow malts, prickling with carbonation and delicious light hop flavors. The taste lingers and fades, leaving a malty aftertaste with a ghost of hops quite intent on setting up residence amongst my teeth and ceiling. The beer has a light medium body and a heavy light mouthfeel. It's pleasant to drink and quite refreshing. Maybe super dry translates to refreshing with lingering taste. I'm more familiar with the idea that a dry beer tastes great and then abruptly after swallowing loses all taste as if you hadn't had anything. Maybe it's referring to dry hopping the beer, the practice of adding hops to a beer during its fermentation or conditioning period. Anyway, it missed my expectation of a dry beer. On my metric system, I'll give it the Asahi standard. You know, it's acknowledged around the world. But pinpointing it numerically for all the outsiders watching this, the Asahi standard is negative 1.3. Negative 1 is lacking, missing fundamental structure notes. Dry? Making it fall short of mediocre. It's a bad, dry beer. Beyond that, though, it's a good beer. It's a nice taste, refreshing. I will buy it again and enjoy it again sometime. But for what it is, not what it says it is. Cheers.